Hello, my name is Max Baer. I'm a justice on the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. Before joining my court 11 years ago, I spent 10 years on the Allegheny County Family Bench, and I ran that court for almost 6 years. I've presided over thousands, if not tens of thousands, of family law cases, including hundreds, if not thousands, where individuals represented themselves. I saw many good people lose cases because they did not have a lawyer, and I could do nothing about it. If you are looking at these forms, you are probably considering representing yourselves for your family law case. I strongly urge you to consider hiring a lawyer to bring your case to court. Let me give you just a couple examples of what I've seen in my time on the family court bench. In divorce cases, property rights include pensions. Did you know that a pension earned by a married person is often the most valuable asset in a divorce together with the marital home? I've seen many spouses not know this and resolve or litigate a divorce case without including the other's pension, losing that asset forever. Do you know the difference between legal and physical custody, between partial custody and visitation? Do you know the factors every court must consider in deciding a custody case? Again, I've seen many parents lose cases because they did not seek the proper relief and they did not know how to present their case. If you decide to represent yourself, the court must hold you to the same standard in choosing and preparing these forms as any attorney. We cannot help you. To do so is unfair to the other side. Consider how you would feel if the judge was helping your spouse in the case. It also places us in the impossible position of acting as your advisor or even your lawyer. To do so while deciding your case is difficult and even irresponsible. So judges refuse to do it, even if they feel badly for someone who does not know their rights. We appreciate that some of you have no choice because no matter how much you wish you had a lawyer, you simply cannot afford one. It's in recognition of this reality that we've prepared these statewide forms, and I'm going to give you some generic but practical tips to help you through the complicated process of filing these forms and pursuing your legal claim. First, you should read these forms carefully and choose the one that's right for your circumstances. You will be required to present the completed form to the appropriate records office in your county. In many counties, these offices are still called prothonotary, which is an ancient common law England term. In some, they're now called the Office of Judicial Records. They're still the same offices. You present these forms to the officials in these county offices for what we call filing. That initiates or furthers your case. It's important to remember that you can lose important rights if you do not file timely, so please act promptly. As you file your documents with the Court Records Office, you must also provide a copy of the completed documents to the opposing side. This process is called service and is a basic right of our system. You have a right to know what the other side has filed in your case. The other side has the right to know what you filed. Additional information on service may be found on this webpage below. Let me emphasize that different court papers must be served in different ways and at different times. Again, this is really important. Just as with filing, you can lose rights crucial to you by not serving in the proper manner and at the proper time. Let's talk for a minute about our court staff, because you will confront them when you file documents and when you come to court. Just like judges, they cannot be your lawyers. First, it's important to remember that they are not trained in the law. They are not lawyers, and we do not want them to give you information which might be inaccurate. You could then rely on that information because they're court staff right up until the time when a judge throws you out of court. Also, our court staff just does not have time, As you know, tax dollars are scarce today. Our staffs are lean, and there are just too many of you. So they are there to accept your filing, to help you get to the right place, and to do what they can, but they are not there to be your advisors or lawyers, and we do not permit them to act in that capacity. I hope you can and will understand that. Most of the procedural information that you will need and that our court staff may know is either on this website or on your county webpage, which can be found through a link provided in the middle of this page. So for those of you who have to represent yourself, let's take a look at the information on this website. First, the appropriate forms for initiating a case for a no-fault divorce and child custody are here. As I explained, you will have to select the proper form for your case. So let me give you what help I can. Ask yourself, do I and my spouse agree that we should divorce now? Again, there are some financial issues involved in that decision, but they are beyond this website and beyond my ability to explain them to you. That's where you need to consult a lawyer. If you want to proceed with what's known as a no-fault divorce, then use the forms under the 3301C tab located below. If your spouse is not in agreement, but you have been living separate for at least 2 years and you want a divorce, again remember there are complex legal and financial issues at play in that decision. Then use the forms under 3301D. In either case, you must read the divorce procedure document, which is the first PDF file located below before beginning your case. This document will guide you through many of the appropriate steps you need to take in a divorce case. Also, while these forms are applicable to most situations, they are not appropriate for all types of divorce. For instance, at-fault divorce cases require that you consult an attorney. Okay, let's take a quick look at custody. The custody forms listed below are for custodial parents, as well as some third parties who are eligible to bring a custody case. Grandparents would be included. Note that not all third parties are permitted to seek custody of children in Pennsylvania. But again, the nuances of that issue are beyond this website. If you're not sure if you can seek custody, you must consult a lawyer. If you are sure, for instance, you're the mother or father of the child, the form you'll need should be here. Please choose the appropriate one. Note that you may be required to complete supplemental forms for your county court. To check on this, once you have completed the appropriate form we have provided from this website, go to the county website on the drop-down box in the middle of this page, click on your county's name, and you will be sent to that county court website for additional procedural information, including supplemental forms. Be careful not to skip the county website. It may, depending upon your county, include such essential information as the name of your filing office, its location, its office hours, the fees you will have to pay, etc. Note that if you cannot afford to pay your filing fees, you may ask the court to proceed on what's called informa pauperis. That's permission to proceed with your case with your fees being waived. If you do that, the court will ask you for proof of your scarcity of funds and may ask you to appear before the court to prove your economic issues. The form to have the court fees waived, the informa pauperis petition, is also included on the web page below. Finally, if you seek child support, the child support forms may be found on the web page for the Bureau of Child Support Enforcement. A link to this page is provided on our website under the Child Support button or tab. In addition to using these forms, we urge you to contact the Domestic Relations Office in your county for further information. It is able to provide information in certain situations and will be responsive to your calls. These forms are the first step in the process of bringing a resolution to your dispute in family matters if you must represent yourself. As you use them, be careful to choose the right form and file and serve it correctly. If you fail in any of these steps, as I've already explained to you, you may find that you have forever lost some rights. So, as I did at the beginning, one more time, I'm going to urge you to consult a lawyer. But if you can't, take your time, read the forms, choose the right one, read the instructions carefully, and complete it fully. File it and serve them properly. And remember, for the reasons I explained, that neither the judges nor the court staff can help you, even if they'd like to. We believe in access to justice. We wish you the best if you must represent yourself. Indeed, that is why we built this site. This is our first try on a website like this. We'd like your input so we can make it better. There's a link to a survey found on the forms page. Please take a minute to complete it, as it will help all those who use this site in the future. Thank you for listening, and good luck.